Hello there, one and all. Thank you very much for pressing that play button and having another dose of women's rugby content. Yes, of course, it is I, Adam, here to bring you another news roundup from the last few weeks. Now, before we get started on this short video, if you've not had a chance to catch up on this summer's previous goings-on in the Tyrrell Premier 15s, do check out our other videos. There's an especially good one from Siobhan where she examines this season fixtures following the RFU's announcement the other week and what it could mean for clubs in the league this season. So what we'll do is we'll put a link in the description to that. And if you've not subscribed to our channel or followed the Women's Rugby Show on social media yet, then you're obviously going to miss out when we drop all our latest news, videos and everything else. So, you know, we're not the #1 digital content channel for women's rugby for no reason. So go ahead and press subscribe, and you might as well press the like button while you're there as well. So, with all that said and done, it's time to look at some of the major news stories from the TP15s over the last couple of weeks, from major signings, coaching appointments, injuries, and even one club that's rebranded and has a new kit. So, here we go. Let's start with major signings. In our last transfer update, it was DMP Sharks who were frontrunner for team with the most signings after they brought in 9 players. However, over the last few weeks, one club is quickly catching up with them. Harlequins women have made 7 signings. And these just aren't fringe or squad players we're talking about here. These are top-class international recruits. The first big announcement was Italian back row Giada Franco on the 30th of July, and then from that point, the floodgates opened for the women in the 4 quarters as they signed an average of 1 player every 2 days. England hooker Amy Cockayne moved across London from Wasps Ladies, as was announced by her new club on social media before the posts were taken down, but we can confirm she's definitely moved. This was followed on the same day by another forward, England back row Sarah Beckett, who had announced she'd left Furwood Waterloo earlier in the summer. Another Red Rose soon followed, with Langi Tuima saying bye-bye Bristol Bears, and staying in the backs, Scotland 15 Chloe Rolly moved from Lille to London. And just when we thought the major signings may be over, they weren't. It was widely agreed that Ireland back row Anna Caplice was Richmond women's standout performer last season, and Quins agreed, so they decided to snatch her away from them. And if that wasn't enough for Quins women, second row Alice Sheffield exited Wasps Ladies to sign for the rivals too. Oh, but rugby teams can only accommodate 23 players in a matchday squad, I hear you moan. Well, you're right. But fret not, my friends, because Harlequins have eased some of that congestion in their squad by saying au revoir to versatile back Holly Myers, who has joined Toulouse in France. Okay, so enough about Quins for now. It's time to move on to Loughborough Lightning. They've made some major signings of their own, and none less than England hooker and former Worcester Warrior Lark Davies. She's joined in the Midlands by Kat Hobson and Rachel Woozy, both from DMP Sharks. And champion Sarries have made their one and only player addition so far, English second row Molly Morrissey. And this week's signing summary concludes over in Worcester, where the Warriors women have done some cracking business themselves, having brought in 3 more new faces. England prop Sasha Aitchison and fullback Mary-Ann Gittings from Gloucester Hartbury, plus the influential scrum half / centre Georgie Perris-Redding from league rivals Furwood Waterloo. Now, say what you want about the additions to some of the other TP15 squad, as a club who didn't have the best of times last season, these are some shrewd signings, and kudos must go to the management setup for bringing in these additions. Taking into consideration the other transfers they brought in this summer, and they could well be looking down the table this year at all the teams below them, rather than worry about lavishing towards the bottom, looking enviously up. There are some incredible signings across the league so far, and we cannot wait to see how all these players do in their new homes. But we're still awaiting the announcement to see where El Perry is going though. Now, from action on the pitch to action in the dugout, there have been some impressive coaching announcements, starting with champions Saracens. Now, they may have not had many signings so far this summer, but it seems like Alex Osterbury has decided he's got what he needs in his arsenal, so best to bring in some top-class coaches to take those players to the next level. As well as former player John Wilding, who joins as assistant coach, the big news from Allianz Park is the appointment of England's all-time record cap holder and top-class prop Rocky Clark. She's been added to mould the champs' front row, and that is surely Rocky's first step towards managing a top rugby side, TP15s or even one in the men's game. she definitely wouldn't be out of place in either. And elsewhere, Bristol Bears have brought in a new attacking coach in Matt Belbin to help improve their movement and finishing going forwards. From good news to bad news for a couple of clubs. And sticking with Bears, they have waved goodbye to Mackenzie Carson, who has left the side to pursue her dreams of playing international level for her country, Canada. Now, whether that means she's going back home or moving clubs remains to be seen. And it's a double blow for Saracens women, who have lost both first choice fly half Zoe Harrison and number 8 Poppy Cleal to thumb and shoulder surgeries respectively. Not an ideal way to start a season as defending champs chasing a treble, but we wish them both a speedy recovery. Finally, it's exciting times for Wasps ladies as they launched a gorgeous new home and away kit along with a new brand partner in Vodafone. Now, Wasps have got previous in the fire kit department, and this year's versions are no different. Fair to say that the club are always looking for ways to be innovative and ahead of the game on and off the pitch. It's been a busy couple of weeks for the women's sides, and with a few more weeks of pre-season remaining, we have absolutely no doubt there are going to be more twists and turns along the way before the first kick-off of the 1920 campaign. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you think of the signings so far. Comment below. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media, tell us what types of videos you want us to make, and tell everyone you know about the Women's Rugby Show. Bye for now.